(2023) election. Gods of Igbo land now after Soludo over Peter Obi. Ohaneze says, wow. So you see, everybody is against Soludo now, and it's not going to get it easy. That's the truth. The Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Ohaneze Ndigbo, has reacted angrily to Anambra State Governor Chukwuma Soludo's diatribe against Mr. Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate. Soludo had, in a lengthy letter, ruled Obi out of the presidential race, declaring that the Labour Party candidate was merely catching a cruise. However, in a statement made available to Daily Post on Tuesday by Mazi Okechukwu Ishiguzoro, the Secretary General of Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide, he described Soludo as a dog in the manger, enrolled to discredit Obi's legacies. The Ohaneze scribe said, based on the unjustified development, Ndigbo have dragged Governor Soludo to the two famous divinities and deities, Chokoleze in Mbise and Ibini in Arochukwu, for his unreasonable public behavior. He said it was clear that the governor was fighting Peter Obi over his future ambition to be president in 2031. Can you imagine? Governor Soludo's actions are ridiculous, unreasonable, and premature. There was no locus for the governor's outburst, and the sanctions against Soludo to face Igbo deities will serve as a deterrent to Southeast politicians who have been hired by enemies of Ndigbo and Nigerians to derail the Obi's presidency in 2023. Governor Soludo exposed and indicted himself of treachery when he discredited ABGA and Labour Party presidential candidates as not viable alternatives to win the 2023 election. How can a state governor of two presidential candidates, ABGA and LP, make such a public declaration? He has confirmed that he is the number one enemy of the new Nigeria and was hired by an unpopular presidential candidate who is looking for Igbo politicians to pull down Obi's popularity ahead of the 2023 election, Ohaneze further stated. So it advised Soludo to concentrate on the current crisis in Anambra State and ABGA and stop casting innuendo and aspersions on the person of Mr. Peter Obi, who is not in the same political party with him and is not fighting the Anambra State government. Wow. So Ohaneze Ndigbo, now they have spoken, all right? They are against Soludo as well for what he's doing against Peter Obi. Now, the issue with Ohaneze now is that they have dragged him to two deities in the east, all right? And they have dragged him to two deities there, and there he's going to swear that he will not continue to attack Peter Obi or attack the progress of Igbo people. One of the deities or divinities is Chokoleze in Mbise and Ibini in Arochukwu for his unreasonable public behavior. So we resorted to traditional means to control Soludo, because Soludo is appearing to be somebody they don't understand. Soludo, as an Igbo man, is not supposed to fight his own Igbo brother who is gaining fame to become president. And Ohaneze has also confirmed again that Soludo is doing this because of his selfish ambition to become president of Nigeria in 2031. That is in 8 years' time, after his 8 years in office as governor of Anambra State. So he doesn't want any other Igbo person to get there before him. And that is why he's pulling Peter Obi down, so that that vacancy for Igbo presidency will remain open until he is done with his 8 years governorship in Anambra State. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And it's also confirmed here that there are some elements that have paid Soludo to pull Peter Obi down so that they can have their way through. because Peter Obi is making waves and is now a threat to so many of the presidential candidates in other political parties, especially PDP and APC, all right, and NNPP. So now Soludo is now the tool that other political opposition party are using to drag Peter Obi down. This is very, very terrible. This is very, very bad. How can Soludo be so ridiculous? How can he bring himself down so low to do what he's doing? Because generally, Peter Obi is not in the same party with him. Peter Obi is not dragging anything with him. So what he should have done is to keep Peter Obi quiet if he can't support him. Let Peter Obi go and get his support elsewhere. And then let him support his own Abga candidate as well. But already he had made a derogatory statement against all the Indigbos that Igbos cannot make presidency by Nzogbu politics. So what it means is that he does not even believe in Peter Obi. He does not even believe in his Abga candidate that is going for presidency. And he does not believe in anybody canvassing to be president from the Igbo extraction. And all the thing he's doing now is going to backfire huge because everybody, and the backfiring is not going to be only in Igbo land, it's going to be all over the country. Anybody pulling Peter Obi down is going to go down. That is sure, and that is what it is right now. So Soludo, they have given him time to retrace his steps and withdraw all the bad statements he has made against Peter Obi and then find peace. Otherwise, the two divinities that they have dragged him to will continue to haunt him. And that is why they're saying here that the gods of Igbo land are after him. And it's going to be very terrible for him. And I like these Igbo people because their own is not to say, we leave it for God. God will do it. They will do their own in the traditional way. And if your care is not taken, you can die inside. So Soludo is offending so many now. He's offending all the Igbo people. He's offending all other supporters of Peter Obi across the country, both local and international. And what is getting on social media, there's what they call the social media court and social media judge. There's no particular court where the case is presented, but everybody is interested and contributing and passing judgment. So right now, Soludo is currently facing the social media courtroom, facing the social media court, where he's the only person standing in the courtroom against the rest of the public. And it's not going to be a smooth fight for him. It's really not going to be a smooth fight for him. So he should retrace his steps. Because we have said this thing. Peter Obi has left office long ago. All right? And has left the government long ago, minding his business. All right? Preaching unity and preaching good governance. So Peter Obi did not hand over Anambra State government to him. Peter Obi handed Anambra State government to Obiano. And when Obiano entered office and started very well, they were asking Obiano, where did you get money to do all of these things? He openly said, well, that it is local, that is the money that the former governor Peter Obi left for him in the office that is spending. He confirmed it. Now, instead of them to go and talk to Obiano, instead of him to go and talk to Obiano about how he left office for him, now he's dragging Peter Obi into it. Because during a press interview, the interviewer dragged him into this by asking him an intelligent question, and he foolishly fell in for it. And now he's paying for it, for answering that question wrongly, and is struggling to defend it by making more mistakes. God will help him. And I expect Obiano in all of this matter to come and speak. Now Obiano has left and he's not saying anything. He's hearing all these bombshells coming out from Soludo against Peter Obi. And Obiano is probably in the US there with his family. He's not saying anything because they all want Peter Obi to fall. Well, let's see how far they will go with their ambitions and with their move to drag Peter Obi down. For now, Soludo should get ready to go and face the gods of Igbo land that are currently after him. They have mentioned it, the Ohaneze have mentioned it, and the deities or divinities that are after Soludo. So Soludo should need to go and free himself before it is too late. This is not a joke. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment as well, and let's share your thoughts in this matter.